So in today's video, we have a war of words between mayors. We have an escalation in things. We have Mayor Libby Schaaf over in Oakland making people in Las Vegas really, really upset. Everybody's piling on her. What is this all about? It's about the Oakland Athletics and the fact that they want to build a stadium for Oakland Athletics to stay in Oakland. That's a baseball team, for those of you who don't know. And they've already lost the Raiders to Las Vegas. By the way, my name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I am slowly healing from whatever this is. 2 negative COVID tests say it's not COVID. So I won't be streaming tonight, but if you like Vegas stuff and you like streams and all that good stuff, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're bringing you the news. All right, so this video is going to be hilarious. I'm telling you, stay through to the end because it goes completely off the rails. It's just is so stupid. Here's what happened. Here's what Mayor Libby Schaaf or Schaaf, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, said on Twitter yesterday. Go to the video so we have some context.
It's going to be more complicated, and you've got to be much more environmentally focused when you are developing on the precious California coastline than in the gross desert of Las Vegas. So yes, it's more complicated and it's totally worth it.
I saw that shade. It was slipped in there real quick, but okay, we got it.
Yeah. All right, so that's what she said. Now we're going to jump into the explainer screen here and we're going to show you. Now, my mom told me once, she said, you know, a closed mouth catches no feet. Don't put your foot in your mouth, son. Stop saying things. And I say too many things. And people in my whole life, my sweet wife, my parents, they all been trying to get me to stop saying as much. Libby Schaaf, she doubled down. All right, anyways. All right, so here's the explainer screen. So basically, Goodman invites Oakland Mayor to a Raiders game in War of Words. We saw her original tweet right here. Well, Mayor Goodman said, hey, Mayor Libby Schaaf. Now, first of all, let's talk about Mayor Goodman for just half a second. I just want to talk about this because Mayor Carolyn Goodman is an official hashtag badass. You know, like that's what it is. She is from a family of fighters. Her husband fought for Las Vegas when he was mayor. Carolyn Goodman is like one of the feistiest, wittiest, smartest people you'll ever meet.
I have a YouTube channel. It's called Not Leaving Las Vegas. And anyways, I just want to thank you for everything that you did with us during the pandemic, because I know what they did to you on the big media scale, and they slaughtered you.
They owe us an apology.
They do. They
are exactly where 2 years tomorrow.
Yeah. And she didn't have to be tactful. I'm going to show you the tact in a minute. But then what happens next will amaze you. So I'll put that as the clickbait title, you know. What happens next will blow your mind. So she said this, instead of being like, you know, hey, where do you get off? So this is what she said instead. Mayor Libby Schaaf has this right. So sustainability is a priority. The beautiful city of Las Vegas is a world leader in sustainability and top destination. Libby Schaaf, please join more than 42 million visitors a year and enjoy a trip to Las Vegas so we can go to a Raiders game together. Perfectly practical, makes a lot of sense. Why is she right on this? She is right on this because a lot of people look at Vegas and they think, wow, look at how much water they're wasting. And wow, look at how much electricity they use. But what you don't see behind the scenes are the thousands of solar panels on top of Mandalay Bay and the fact that MGM Resorts International is basically a carbon neutral company with, you know, a huge gazillion megawatt hour solar array that they built for themselves, and how City Center is a LEED certified building, and how the water is recycled in the desert, or it's on an aquifer and they have a 99-year lease. This city has making great strides. You know, for example, the English Hotel, when you step into the elevator at the new English Hotel, it weighs you. It weighs the load. And then it says, okay, I only need this much energy to get us to this floor. Uses basically artificial intelligence to figure out how much electricity to use on the elevator. That's pretty darn smart. So yes, we are very sustainable. So go back to the explainer screen. You would think that maybe Mayor Libby Schaaf would be like, okay, Carolyn, yeah, we'll see you there in the fall. Or maybe she'd be like, hey, you should come to Oakland and watch a 49ers game. That's not really Oakland. They don't have the Raiders. That's part of this. No, instead, this is what Schaaf does. She says, hey, Mayor of Las Vegas, I respect every mayor sticking up for her town, but I just can't apologize for performing our gorgeous California coastline over a sweltering desert, hashtag rooted in Oakland. Here's what they want to build in Oakland. They want to build this right next to the water, okay? So this is the plan that they want to build for the Oakland Athletics. That's nice. Maybe if you presented that to the Athletics 10 years ago, You might have also kept the Raiders. But here's the thing about this. Do you think that this doesn't impact the water? I mean, like, I'm not an environmentalist. I'm not like, hey, we got 10 years left. Everybody, the climate change is going to kill us all eventually, probably in 200-300 years. But still, this impacts the environment. You can't build things right on the water. Human beings can't live in an environment without impacting it. And then she posts up this picture, which I find really misleading and not right. This is a very old photo of Allegiant Stadium where there is absolutely nothing in the parking lots. You don't see the field tray for the grass that grows outside 90% of the time that slides in. You don't see any of that stuff in this photo. It's basically one of the ugliest, grossest photos that you will ever see of anything around in and around Las Vegas. Instead, I could show you pictures like this all day long. This is outside of Las Vegas. Holy smokes, my goodness. We have the Las Vegas wetlands. We have Sunset Park. We have Red Rock Canyon. We have Mount Charleston. We have Kyle Canyon. We have all sorts of native flora and fauna to the area. But, you know, who cares about that, right? So this continues and spirals on to a point where now other people in the city of Las Vegas and the county are getting into it. Michael Naft, I believe he's a Clark County commissioner. I don't know. Hey, Mayor Libby Schaaf, this ignorant and elitist, you had to bust out the elitist word. This elitist comment may be one reason why so many people, companies, and teams want to get the heck out of your jurisdiction. Yeah, that is cutting right into her. This is now way too much. I invite you to come to the Las Vegas Strip in Clark County anytime, and I'll be glad to better inform you. Wow. So this wasn't the first time Schaaf criticized Las Vegas, often referring to the city's oppressive summer heat, but her choice of words didn't sit well with other local Las Vegans. So here's a person who lives here, David Shalahida. Thank you, Mayor Goodman, for standing up for Las Vegas as a native Las Vegan. I love our desert and our growing pro sports team. I imagine the 43 million annual visitors to do as well. Now it's time to vocally go after the Las Vegas. Yeah, we're going to vocally go after the Athletics. There's another person, Clinton Pope, that said, as someone who lived in both the Bay Area and Las Vegas, Oakland might be one of the ugliest cities on the West Coast. I've never been to Oakland, folks. I can't say me personally. Stephen Campbell cannot say for sure. Vegas may not be Santa Barbara, but it sure beats Oakland every other day and twice on opening day. By the way, my avatar is me 10 minutes from my house. We just showed you his avatar is Red Rock Canyon. So basically, it goes on and on. Sisolak talking about the Athletics and the potential move and all that stuff. And I mean, look, at the end of the day, we have to thank our channel sponsor here on Not Leaving Las Vegas. That would be Panay Magazine, by the way. Thank you, Panay Magazine, for being part of our lives. And I will take a second to stop us here before we finish up on some closing thoughts. Panay Magazine is a Ethereum 2.0 validator, and what they do is they use their brand to showcase the global Panay to the world. And a Panay is a woman of Filipino origin. You can find them over on the Resorts World. Their next issue will have Panays from North America. Future issues, Panays from the UAE, the Dubai, the Kuwait. Those are the GCC group of countries. Australia, the UK, everywhere around the world there are Filipinas. And so check them out on Resorts World. They're up there for 1 week out of every month of the year. Thank you to them for sponsoring this channel. Click the link below, takes you to their Instagram page, and you can follow them there. So getting back on it, we have to ask why. Why? Well, it's really simple. Look, if you were going to be basically fighting with somebody over somebody, so let's say you have a dear friend and that dear friend starts hanging out with somebody and more they're hanging out with them, they're not hanging out with you. You might say something stupid to them, be like, oh yeah, you know what? I heard that guy over there, the guy that you like so much, your hero. Yeah, I heard that he kicks puppies for no reason. Goes to the dog park and just starts kicking them when nobody's looking. It might not be true, but you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're trying to diminish that person in your friend's eyes. So maybe that's what Mayor Libby is doing in this case, but it's not right to do this. You don't want to attack. Look, Oakland is like a hard working town, right? Like it's not like it's right outside of Silicon Valley. So it kind of misses out on that love. It's, I believe, more of a blue collar type of area. So I know there's going to be a lot of good, hard working, down to earth people in Oakland. And the Bay Area is evidently quite beautiful. And I've never been, and I want to go someday. I want to see the beauty of the Bay Area. But Las Vegas has a lot to offer as well, and attacking people never makes you look good. Now, I do give Carolyn Goodman all the credit in the world for not just going on the attack, which she very well could have. But this whole thing about complete breakdown of society because people can't be unified. And it's an unfortunate byproduct of the social media, 5-second attention span world that we live in. And I just urge you guys to basically try to be nice to one another. I know it's hard. Sometimes I fail at it too, but it is what it is. All right, as always, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Are the Oakland A's moving to Las Vegas? I don't know. Nobody knows, but I will tell you one thing. Those rumors you heard about the Tropicana being turned into a baseball stadium, we'll put those at a 1 out of 100 chance of that happening, okay? All right, we got to go. Like, share, subscribe. Check out our channel sponsor. 3, 2, 1. Get close to the camera. The mic is in the way. Anyways, click.